What's going on, guys? My name is Scott. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be telling you 4 questions that you need to be asking when you're quoting your pressure washing, soft washing jobs. All right, guys, before we get started, make sure you come over, click subscribe, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, even if it's just to say what's up. It helps the channel grow, guys. So I was contacted the other day by the owner of this property, and he is actually from another state. And he asked me if I could come and wash this property. This was his mother's house. She passed away, sadly, and they've got it on the market. So the house is actually not that bad. It's a brick house with some vinyl soffits and fascias and things like that. We got a metal shelter that we're gonna clean right here. We also got a driveway that is absolutely terrible. So we're gonna have to nuke it, surface clean it, and then come back and post-treat it with some more nuclear stuff. But it'll look great. And one thing I like to do with all jobs that I quote is I try to find something that I can throw in for free. So I actually quoted the house wash of all this and around the back and the front, everything. The top of this metal shed, all of the driveway, pre-treating, cleaning, post-treating, and then I threw in this little vinyl building out here for free. Why would I throw in this instead of the driveway? Good question. Because the driveway is going to take a lot longer than it will for me to take about 15 minutes and wash this entire little shed right here. So of course I will throw in a building like this for free to close the deal. But there are 4 questions that you need to ask, and I'm reminded of these questions because I actually forgot to ask them on this job. The number 1 question that you can ask: is there water on site? Is there water at the property? Guess what this property does not have? It does not have water on. Now it could be a breaker on the inside that they just have cut off. And the reason I say that, this is in the city limits, but the reason I say that it could be a breaker for a well is because they have a well right there. So it could be a breaker, but there's nobody here. This man lives out of town. So you always want to make sure that there's water on site. If there is not water on site, you have to charge an additional fee to go and haul your water in. It's a pain in the butt. It turns a 2.5 hour job into several hours. The second question that you have to ask is, can you turn all the power off to the outside of the house? That is one of our requirements with our company, is to turn the power off. Guess what is not off at this property? Some of y'all would just come out here and just spray this thing no matter what. Not me. And the reason why is because my 5 years of being in business, I've seen air conditioner boxes bust and pop. I've seen outlets catch on fire. I've seen switches start smoking. And it is a severe fire hazard because when bleach and water mix together, they are highly conductive, highly conductive. So that's question number 2. Make sure that the power is off to the outside. The third question is going to be, are you going to be moving your furniture or are we? At this property, it's pretty much vacant. There's nothing here. A couple little small things, but I'll move them. Now listen, if they're old or they've got something wrong with them and they can't really get out here, if it's a single mother or something like that, it can't really move furniture and stuff, of course, we'll try to throw that in as a thank you for your business. But in general, we kind of get people to move their own stuff. And if they can't move their own stuff, we charge a fee. The reason why is because we're in the wash business, not the moving business. You guys that are just starting out, you don't understand that yet, but you will. And the fourth thing that is very important is because this man is out of town, I ask, how are you going to be making your payment? Is it going to be through Cash App, Venmo, PayPal? I like my customers to pay through QuickBooks. I can invoice them and they can pay with a credit card, debit card, whatever, and it goes directly into my checking account. But most of the customers that we run into either pay cash or they write us a check, and that's fine too. I just like to know how we're going to be collecting payment, especially with people that are out of town. Because sometimes they'll want the property to be washed, even though they're out of town because they're trying to get it on the market and sell it, like this property, but they won't be in town for another 2 weeks. So these are 4 things that you need to be asking your customer. It's very important that you understand, is there water on the property? Is the electrical cut off to the outside? Are you moving your furniture or are we moving it? And how are you going to make your payment? So you guys that have been in the business for a while, I want to hear from you guys. Leave me a comment down below. What are some of the questions that you ask when you're quoting jobs? Hope this helps somebody. God bless.